Okay guys, we're back at Crunch Gym and me and my good friend Robbie Anchant's here.
How you doing now? You
Hello,
alright?
I'm good. We're going to do an HST workout, which is Hypertrophy Specific Training. We're going to encourage all different ways of training into one workout, starting with rest pause training on compound and isolation exercises, as well as time under tension way of training, and then volume, blood flow, finishing exercise, high reps. Let's get this done in under an hour. Let's go and do this. Rob's a very strong guy, so we're going to take this workout on today's shoulders. We're going to start with the first exercise, and we're looking at a free weight barbell shoulder press. So if you want to sit yourself down, Rob. Now you can do this exercise to the front or the back of your head. If you have any shoulder injuries or issues with flexibility, it's obviously preferable to do it to the front of your chin. You bring it down in front of your chin, so less uncomfortable to your shoulders. So Rob's got a tiny injury, so he's going to do it to the front himself. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of warm-up sets. So you're going to do, looking at 3 warm-up sets where you get progressively heavier, and then we're going to do the main set on this compound exercise. And this takes its kind of ideas from DC training. So you're going to do a heavy set where you're failing around the 7 to 8 rep mark, and then it's total failure. So you may need a spot from me. Then we're going to rack the weight, rest 15 seconds, and in a rest pause fashion, go for another set to failure, which may be about half the reps, so maybe about 4 or 5. Rest again, 15 seconds, final set is going to be maybe 3 reps, 4 reps or so. So you'll have done 3 or 4 warm-up sets prior to this, so in total you've done about 6 or 7 sets. That's a lot of volume, and the last set's taken to failure 3 times. So it's something that will really implement muscle growth into your training. You ready, Rob?
Let's do it.
Cool. Okay, 1, 2, 3, up. Good. 4, 5, come on, keep strong, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so that set there, that's a good warm-up set there for Rob. He's done 15 reps. So when the weight won't allow you to do more than 7 or 8 reps, that's the weight that we're going to use to do the rest pause set. So we use this one as a warm-up, so it just helps to prevent injury if you do 3 or 4 warm-ups, making the weight slightly heavier each set. So we'll add some weight onto this and we'll do the final set of 8 reps. So look at the 10.
Yeah, that's
Okay, so I'm here with Robbie Anchant, or Rob Le Monster. Some people may know him from the old days back on the Active Channel himself. So it's been a while. Where have you been? Tell us about it.
Well, I've been doing all kinds of things. I've got a new film coming out called Guardians of the Galaxy, which I'm in. You won't recognise me because I'm wearing a big mask on my head. And yeah, absolute improvement. And, you know, shame about the hair. They didn't get the hair. It was a nightmare. But I've been doing that. I've been doing things like wrestling as well, which is a lot of fun. And because of that, I've had to actually change the way that I've trained, which is cool.
And so what changes has that made?
Well, I have to use a lot of explosive type movements in my training, which means, because in wrestling, there's a lot of moments where you've got to maintain a good level of fitness, and then there are explosive lifts and drops and throws and all the rest of it. So if you do conventional type training, then you're much more likely to kind of get injured, because weight training isn't necessarily going to be good enough or stabilize the core or those particular movements particularly well. So it's important to kind of change the entire training up completely. So I mean, this is why I found your HST workout very good, actually. You ready?
Yeah, so nice and strong. 1, 2, 3,
up.
To your chin. Let's go, drive up. Good. Come on. Push now. Push now. I'll get there too.
One more. Yep.
Okay, so we've got 15 seconds, so keep an eye on the time. You've got to watch, keep an eye on the clock. 15 seconds goes past really quickly. If you are training on your own, you can do this yourself. You're obviously probably going to feel a little unsafe taking it to complete failure. But if you haven't got a watch on, just count out 15 in your head before we move on. So ready, 1, 2, 3, go.
Up.
Push. Come on, hard set now. 2. Go on. Yep.
One more.
Good, good. Good. So we've got one more set of 15. Now Rob's recovery is very good. He's been training like, what's 15 years or so?
23.
Jesus, 23 years. So his recovery is going to be good. Some of you at home might only get 3 or 4 reps there. Okay, last set. 1, 2, 3, go. Go, come on. Strong. Strong. Come on now, up. 2.
Yep, one more. Up. Take. Yep.
Good stuff, good. So how's that, Rob?
Yeah, it's pretty painful. You can really feel that biting into the muscle, and you can feel it volumizing the muscle. So the muscle just fills out with blood, and it feels very, very thick. It's a very hard way of training, and I can really, really feel it. I think it's a really good way of training, Neil.
Yeah, good. I mean, I see that if you've used the training at home, if you try this style of training as opposed to drop setting where you reduce the weight every set, you find that the muscle feels like it's a lot denser or heavier, deeper in the muscle because your only sort of rest period is them short 15 seconds, but you carry on with the same weight. So I think it's much better for muscle density and creating a much bigger muscle overall. So we're going to take this exercise on to the next, which is a shaping exercise. It's a side head lateral raise, which is probably, in my opinion, the best exercise for your shoulders. Okay, the biggest tip on this is you've got to take the muscle to failure with a rest period of 15 seconds before you repeat that and then repeat it again. So every one of the final reps needs to be going to failure. So you're looking at failing within the 15 rep range. So you need a heavy weight where you can only get between 6 and 8 reps. You rest 15 seconds, you should only get 3 or 4 reps, and again after 15 seconds another 3 or 4. If you can do 10 reps, 12 reps or so, the weight's too light. It's a heavy exercise. This is about compound, deep, dense muscle growth. Okay, next exercise we're going to do really gives you a shoulder cap that gives you that wide sort of frame that you're looking for, the taper, where you get nice wide shoulders into a small waist. And this is side laterals with a dumbbell, but we're going to do these progressively heavier. So again, we use some warm-up sets, looking at 15 reps, increasing the weight to 12, increasing the weight to 10, before we do the final set of 8 reps. So failing somewhere between 6 and 8 reps with a very heavy weight. It'll need to be heavy for them small amount of reps. Once you fail at them reps, going to put the weight down, 15-second rest. Again, the rest pause principle that we used in the previous exercise for another 4 or 5 reps. Put it down 15 seconds and then again. So this one really gives you a heavy, deep contraction into the side head of your shoulder. If you've got a training partner, you might find it useful, someone to stand behind and just lift your elbows on them couple of final failure reps. So here we go. Rob's going to start with this weight. This is a warm-up set for Rob. So as you see, Rob brings these up quite high. He's bringing the dumbbells up past parallel, so they're going up higher than parallel to the floor, and that just increases the intensity and the pinch there on the shoulders, so you get much more of a muscle contraction.
Yep.
Good stuff. Okay, so we've done 12 reps or so, increase the weight. We're looking at 8 reps now with a decent heavy weight to failure. 15s?
Yep.
Okay, let's go. 8 reps. Come on, up. 2, 3, control, 4, 5, 6, 7, control, 8.
Yep.
Good. So we've got 15 seconds on the clock again. So the pain and the pump will be in the shoulders now. It's hard to get more than 4 or 5 reps second time round. So I'll just stand behind Rob. We might need a spot.
Yep.
Let's go. Come on, let's go. 2, 3, good. We'll get 2, come on. Get 1, come on.
Yep.
Good. Good. Last 15 seconds. The last set is always the hardest because shoulders have failed twice and you're asking for more from them. So it's very hard to keep your form, 3 or 4 reps. Let's go.
Yep.
Come on, let's go. Up. 1. You got it, come on. 2, 3, come on, give us 2. Good, 1.
One more.
Go on then. Good.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Oh, that was fun.
And as you can hear with Rob's out of breath, so it's really compounds the whole body. It works, there's a lot of fat burning will go on from that, anything that gets the heart rate working to this degree. How'd you find that, mate?
Yeah, it's really good. You get a nice pump on the sides of the shoulders. Really just opens up your frame, makes you kind of feel like that, really. Lovely feeling, very thick feeling in the muscles, and very tight as well. So I think it's a very, very good exercise, especially for widening out the lats and just giving you that V-taper type look, definitely.
Good stuff. I mean, there's so many people at home don't try and use heavy weights on the side lateral, because it is about technique. So you do use more of a lighter weight on it in order to get your technique, but you do miss a big opportunity to grow a big side head or lateral head of the shoulder because you're not using a weight. This allows you to go to failure, to that point where your form slightly goes. You can rest 15 seconds and recapture your form for 3 or 4 more reps, and then obviously repeat that on the 3rd set. So it's a good way to go to failure and keep your form with a decent weight. Right guys, so the key to lateral raises with weight is keeping your form, obviously. So when you get to failure, you're going to be putting these weights down. So you might use a little bit of body English or body movement for the last rep or 2. So 6 good reps at least before you use a bit of body movement and put the weights down. My tip on that is to rest your arms, rest your shoulders, whether you have to place them on a bench or somewhere to take the blood and the pump out of your shoulders. Otherwise the next 2 rest pause sets become almost impossible. So try this at home, you'll get a great pump. Okay, so that's the end of part 1. Stay tuned for part 2.